Yeah. That vehicle in question has had its brake lines cut previously.
This exact vehicle?
Yes, and you're standing by it, obviously.
Yeah, trying to listen. Well, not trying to listen. I heard some sounds coming out, and I was like, "What's that?" And then radio. Why aren't they coming out of the other vehicles? The radio.
Maybe they're not switched on.
This isn't just another routine police station visit. This is the moment everything changes. Right here, standing beside a marked police vehicle, an officer casually confirms something no one watching expected to hear. This exact vehicle had its brake lines deliberately cut in the past. Not a story, not a rumor, confirmed on camera by the officer himself. And from that single moment forward, everything about this encounter shifts. Every nervous glance, every officer suddenly checking underneath the van, every awkward silence. It all connects back to this one shocking reveal. But that's only the beginning. Before this video ends, one officer gets caught completely unable to recite the oath he swore on his very first day. Another gets caught red-handed inspecting the vehicle for damage, live on camera. Uniforms get questioned, badges get challenged, and by the final minutes you'll see two completely different sides of policing, one that respects your rights, and one that clearly doesn't want to be filmed at all. This is a full, unfiltered breakdown of what really happens when ordinary people start asking simple, lawful questions. Stick around till the very end, because this one does not slow down.
They stopped talking now. Well, I can't hear anything at least anyway.
Morning.
Hiya mate, how are you?
Afternoon.
Oh, yeah, you just woke up, have you?
I wish I had. So my name's Jim, you are?
Am I obliged to give my name at this moment?
Well, I'm curious.
You can call me Ed if you like.
Ed?
Yeah, there's some radio going on in here.
There is a radio going on
Yeah.
Ed. Just let you know, look, I record everything I do.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the reason I'm asking you...
Can you not stand behind me, please? Just...
Well, if you turn and face me, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, but you were stood there when you came out.
Sorry, I'm not after an argument.
No, me neither. Yeah, no, but it makes me nervous when there's two of you come out. Well, because when people surround me and I can't see them, if there's one of you in front of me and one of you behind me, I can't have you both in my field of vision at the same time, and that makes me nervous.
You can rest assured, Ed, that I've got no concerns.
Okay,
I'm not worried that anything harm's going to come to you.
Okay,
the only reason we're here...
Yeah.
I appreciate you're looking at police vehicles, people do,
yeah.
is that we've had damage to the vehicles in the past.
Okay.
So obviously that causes us a little bit of concern.
Okay.
And we're just asking what you're doing.
I'm filming.
For the purpose of?
That's by the by, isn't it?
Alright guys, this audit goes south real quick as a PCSO steps outside to challenge the cameraman standing quietly near the station entrance, clearly unsure of exactly how to approach the situation at first. He questions why his name is even required at this stage of the interaction, and the tension escalates almost immediately when a second officer silently joins the conversation from behind, positioning himself just out of view without saying a word. Now effectively boxed in from both sides with officers on either end, the auditor calls out the tactic instantly, calmly explaining that being surrounded like this makes it physically impossible to keep both officers in his field of vision at the same time. He refuses to let his guard down for even a second, making it absolutely clear through his tone and body language that he understands exactly what kind of positioning tactic is being used against him here, and he isn't going to let it slide unchallenged on camera for even a moment longer.
I'll tell you why actually. So I saw a YouTube video about this police station being given Police Station of the Year. Apparently you guys are polite and you respected people's rights to film in public, etc, etc. So I was just coming to see if that was true or not.
Fair enough.
That was
but
literally
no
it.
were you filming
Yeah,
stuff?
no, I know.
But obviously the concern that we have,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's you, I'm not saying it's you at all.
No,
but
it definitely wasn't me.
We've had people, you know, who've cut brake lines before,
yeah.
We've had damage to the vehicles,
yeah.
And obviously they are an emergency vehicle, and if we need to get to something...
I understand, totally. I understand totally.
I've got no problem with you filming. It's a public building, you know.
You asked me a strange question there. You have a strange angle, because I don't know whether, if somebody was coming, let's say I was here for nefarious purposes, why would I film myself doing that?
People do.
I think it was an angle.
People do. I can categorically tell you that vehicle in question has had its brake lines cut previously.
This exact vehicle?
Yes, and you're standing by it, obviously.
Yeah, trying to listen. Well, not trying to listen. I heard some sounds coming out, and I was like, "What's that?" And then radio. Why aren't they coming out of the other vehicles? The radio.
Maybe they're not switched on.
Okay.
Watch closely. The officers here are about to get exposed in a way nobody watching probably saw coming. The auditor calmly and confidently explains his reason for filming today, referencing an online claim he'd seen suggesting that this exact station respects the public's lawful right to record in a public space without interference. But the real shock lands seconds later when the officer casually drops a disturbing detail almost in passing. This exact police vehicle sitting right beside them in that very car park once had its brake lines deliberately cut by someone in the past. Suddenly, every nervous glance and cautious movement made toward the van earlier in the video makes complete and total sense, and the entire atmosphere of the conversation shifts instantly from routine small talk to something far more unsettling and serious.
Okay,
Might
okay.
have just been used, or
Okay.
you know, and then after a while they shut themselves down.
Okay. What's those letters on your defaced Union flag?
On that one,
Yeah.
it's not defaced. It's the
It is,
thin
it's-
blue line.
Yeah, but what colour's the Union Jack?
Sorry,
What colours are the Union Jack?
the Union flag.
Same thing?
It's not Union Jack. Will only be a flag when it's on the staff mast of the ship.
okay.
Otherwise, it's called a Union flag.
Alright, okay, well, every day's a school day.
There you go.
Yeah, so what are the numbers? And
Well,
the letters, sorry.
So it's counter UAV. So it's counter unmanned aerial vehicle.
Oh, so you're a drone officer?
No, so I don't operate drones. I operate a device that can counter a drone in the sky.
So it's not a drone.
It's not a drone.
Is it a gun? Cannon?
Not a gun or a cannon. No, no.
What is it
It's a
then?
particular device.
Is it EMP device?
I'm not allowed to actually discuss exactly what it is.
Oh yeah. So why do you wear a badge that would obviously raise curiosity?
It's only because when I attend instance with other officers,
Yeah.
other officers may understand, may not.
Things heat up fast as the conversation abruptly turns toward the officer's uniform and the specific patches stitched onto it for everyone to see. The auditor directly and pointedly questions what he calls a defaced Union flag badge sewn onto the officer's chest, pushing him to justify and explain himself right there on the spot with absolutely no warning or preparation. What begins as a simple, seemingly harmless question about a small piece of fabric quickly spirals into an uncomfortable, drawn-out back-and-forth exchange that neither officer standing there expected to be caught defending live and completely unscripted on someone else's personal camera.
Why I'm
to
there.
identify
Yeah,
you.
So they
Yeah.
might know why I'm there. It
Yeah.
depends on this situation, obviously.
Okay. Why don't you wear the Union Jack or the Union whatever you called it? That
Union flag.
black badge.
We're all entitled to our own free choice.
Do you not agree with it either?
I'm not saying I agree or disagree with anything. I haven't got one.
Yeah.
This is my uniform, and this is what I'm wearing today.
Is that part of the uniform?
Pardon?
Is it part of the uniform? Is it just something you choose to wear?
Well,
I'm
this-
curious because
yeah.
because all police officers not all police officers wear it. So
You don't normally get issued with a Union flag with a thin blue line on.
Hmm.
However, certain departments or certain teams will get issued. Like this one is actually issued.
oh, so you didn't have to pay for that yourself?
Not this one, no, because this
Okay.
one is actually.
So I
issued by
paid for that.
Devon Corps Police. So, but obviously, you know, officers are entitled to purchase the Union flag with the thin blue line as their support for fallen officers.
Now the real reveal drops, and it's bigger and more surprising than anyone watching probably expected going into this. This isn't your average frontline patrol officer standing there answering questions. He's actually a specialized counter-UAV officer, specifically trained and equipped to detect and counter unauthorized drones flying in restricted airspace around sensitive locations like this one. As the badge questioning continues to unfold, he's pushed further to explain exactly why only certain specialist units within the force get issued the thin blue line flag while regular officers on standard patrol simply don't, unintentionally exposing an entire hidden layer of modern policing that most viewers had absolutely no idea even existed until this very moment in the video.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So you're both PCs, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I got one last question.
Yeah.
Do you guys know your oath? Your attestation? Because I would assume that you know the police caution off by heart, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So do you know your oath off by heart?
I can probably guess most of it.
What are you laughing for? Why is that though? On a serious note, like because police always seem to be able to affirm the negative so quickly, but when it comes to,
I suppose, being honest, we do the police caution all the time.
yeah,
So like anything else, when you do it almost daily, maybe,
yeah,
you get used to it and you remember it and you
Yeah.
know exactly what it is.
okay,
Whereas with the oath, obviously.
Yeah, you take it once and then chuck it in the bin.
No, not necessarily. I've done it a few times, but but obviously it's not something that we do every single day.
Could you? What are you up to there? You're begging, aren't you? You're dying, aren't you? You want to get me so bad, don't you? Why are you?
Here's where everything falls apart completely, and honestly, it's the single moment the whole video really hinges on. The auditor asks one simple, direct, completely unavoidable question. Do you know your police oath off by heart, word for word? Dead silence follows almost instantly, hanging awkwardly in the air between everyone standing there. The officer stumbles noticeably over his own words, tries to laugh it off nervously in an attempt to save face in front of the rolling camera, and ultimately turns and walks away visibly rattled and uncomfortable, unable to recite the very oath he personally swore to uphold on the day he first officially became a police officer.
On your hands and knees looking under a car.
They're police vehicles. I
know.
found to check any vehicle I take out once a day.
We have to check them all the time.
He doesn't like me very much.
No, we have to check them all the time.
Yeah. Why?
It's like my colleague said, this van once had its brake lines cut.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's very difficult to know whether someone's cut brake lines on a vehicle before you get into it. And an officer did get into it, got up the road and realised that you know his brakes weren't as effective as they should be.
Yeah. But he just said that he has to check them before he takes them out.
I said I'm duty bound to check the vehicle once a day, any vehicle I take out.
So
Yeah.
Because of
So if you have to check it before you take it out, how could you get up the road and realise it was broke?
well, no, we have routine checks that we have to do on every vehicle before we take them out. But obviously,
Sounded like an angry dog.
it did. But obviously, you know, we're not trained mechanics,
Yeah.
and there's only so much that we can do.
Yeah.
So we will check to make sure, obviously, that there's no punctures.
Yeah.
We'll check to make sure the tread depth on the tyres are up to standard.
Yeah.
Make sure that, you know, the lights are working, the mirrors working.
I've got a safety issue with one of your vehicles.
What's that?
I'll come here, I'll show you.
Yeah, show me. Let me know about it. I can do something about it.
Doesn't sound like a happy dog, that.
Watch closely, the second officer gets caught completely red-handed, crouched down low underneath the police van while quietly inspecting the undercarriage, clearly checking for any visible signs of brake fluid leaking near the wheels. The auditor spots the whole thing immediately and calls it out on camera without a second of hesitation, directly exposing the real motive behind all the earlier tension, nervous glances, and cautious behavior everyone displayed around the vehicle throughout the interaction. The officer tries to brush it off casually and explain it away as nothing more than a standard routine safety check performed before every shift. But by this point, the damage is already done and permanently captured on film for every single person watching this video to see and judge for themselves.
So you see this riot van here?
Yeah.
Doesn't have any trim around the windscreen.
Yeah,
That looks like it could just fall out at any point.
No. So there's actually, if you look at the other side, there's actually just a plastic trim that goes on there. So nothing's going to fall off there. It's literally just a plastic cover. I'll show you on the other side. And that came off.
Just the covers came off.
Yeah. It's just this plastic trim.
Ah,
It's
okay.
just an aesthetic one.
Ah, okay.
It actually came off the other day, which is why
Go
the
faster
van-
stripes.
That's it. Now it's go slower. So the reason it's here is actually it's going up to the workshop to have that trim put back on and a few other bits. Just
What's wrong with your mate anyway, man? He's got a bee in his bonnet. Was it the question about the oath that got him all funny? That he laughed and walked away and checking under cars and stuff.
Yeah, no, like I said, you know, there's certain things that we have to check all the time: lights, tyres, mirrors. Make sure that the windows are clean, the lights work, and all the rest of it. But since certain incidents, we then have to go a little bit further now and just make sure that we will look underneath and make sure there's no oil dripping out, which might indicate the brake lines, brake line fluid is leaking out the bottom. So that's what he's doing.
Okay. Go and have a cuppa, dude. Get a cup of tea. Chamomile tea. It does wonders. It's got a really good calming effect. Although strangely, I saw somebody put milk and sugar in a chamomile tea a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, man. What an absolute weirdo, right?
Do that.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. It's nice to meet you too. Yeah, take care. Yeah, and you guys.
Things start winding down toward the very end of this particular station visit, but not without one final round of exposure before the segment actually wraps up completely. A loose vehicle trim issue near the windscreen gets flagged and briefly discussed between the two of them, Some genuinely awkward small talk about tea and chamomile follows shortly after in an obvious attempt to lighten the increasingly tense mood in the air. The auditor throws one last sharp, pointed jab as the visibly irritated officer finally turns and walks off completely rattled, clearly ready and eager to be done with the entire conversation at this point. This whole encounter ultimately wraps up with the station visibly caught off guard and unprepared, seemingly unable to confidently or comfortably handle just a handful of simple, entirely lawful questions asked in a public space.
Not wonder. I'm going to ask if that is literally because of the memo and stuff like that. Hello mate, alright? I'm good, thank you. I tell you, I'm a bit shocked though, to be honest with you. Well, no, it's nothing bad. It's just, I mean, obviously you know why I'm here and what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that, like, I've been to 6 police stations,
right,
and I've had really good interactions and really good reactions in terms of being left alone. Good. So I was just wondering if that was kind of like a Devon and Cornwall thing, or whether that was to do with the memo from the MPCC, or I mean, what
is that in regards to filming in public places?
Well, yeah, I mean, the memo is specifically about social media auditors, isn't it? But I was just wondering whether, I mean, you guys, because you guys are a lot different from some of the other constabularies I've been to.
I can't comment on other things, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no. But what's kind of like the general kind of briefing, I guess, you get for social media auditing and filming in public?
So all of our sort of memos that we get from the MPCC, they're pretty much open to the public, so you can see that online.
Yeah, I've got it with me actually, but
yeah, but absolutely, we've got no problem with you filming in a public place.
Yeah,
it's your perfect lawful right.
Yeah,
I used to be a videographer.
Okay, so
prior to policing, so I know.
Now the entire mood and energy of the video shifts dramatically as the auditor rolls into Truro Police Station for what quickly turns out to be a completely different kind of reaction than before. This particular officer responds with genuine, visible surprise on his face, openly admitting he's shocked to hear about the harsh and often hostile treatment other auditors typically receive at different stations scattered across the country. He goes on to reference an official internal memo specifically protecting the public's lawful right to film in open, public spaces without harassment, unintentionally revealing an entirely different side of policing that most other stations elsewhere seem to consistently refuse to even acknowledge or genuinely respect in practice.
Exactly, what your rights are.
Yeah.
But I think it's well documented in Cornwall that you can film in a public place.
I've noticed literally it's been good. It's nice to see, because there was a time where I came down here to Devon and Cornwall and I got a lot of grief and aggro, especially last year, not even that long ago, especially from the guys at Middlemore in Exeter. Like, I spent 9 hours in a cell at Middlemore just for doing this.
Oh, crikey.
I know, but it's nice to see. I mean, I'm grateful of it. I know, like the other guys who go out and do it as well. It's nice because all we ever started doing this for was to try and have some accountability. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. It's one of those things. Like as a member of the public, you want to make sure that your rights are being upheld.
Yeah.
And I completely agree.
Yeah. So I mean, let's say before the memo, hypothetically speaking, would you have found this antisocial?
From my own personal experience, no, but it depends on every single case, really.
Yeah.
If you're stopping police officers from doing their job, then potentially, but again, it would just depend on a case by case basis, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that would be like that wouldn't be the filming.
Things take a serious, deeply personal turn as the auditor opens up honestly about a genuinely brutal past experience from roughly a year earlier, recalling in detail the time he spent a full 9 hours locked inside a holding cell at Middlemore Station, all simply for exercising his lawful right to film in a public space. The officer listens carefully and attentively throughout this entire exchange, clearly beginning to understand and appreciate why accountability and transparency actually matter so deeply in these kinds of situations, ultimately proving exactly why these public audits continue to exist and remain necessary in the first place.
That would be the antisocial bit though, would it? It would be like, I guess if they were trying to goad you into a reaction or something like that. But it's nice to have friendly conversation, because people, I mean, obviously I've got a YouTube channel and I have a few people that watch, and most of them prefer like the positive interactions and stuff like that, rather than, I mean, don't get me wrong, they like it when police come out and start trying to cause issues so that we can kind of exert our rights, I guess.
Yeah,
but
boost the views up, doesn't it?
Well, it's not all.
Sometimes.
Yes, I mean that's true, but I mean I mean, over the last kind of 8 or 9 months, there have been a hell of a lot more people who have come out with their cameras for the views, as opposed to coming out for what I believe genuine auditing was kind of for.
Yeah.
I mean, because I care about the views, obviously, but only purely because I want my content to be seen. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I'm waffling anyway. I just thought I'd ask because, like I said, I've been to a few police stations and had nothing but positive interaction. So I was wondering whether that was just you guys down here being a lot more chilled out, or whether you guys, I guess, whether the message is getting across. Because, like I say, those of us who are doing it for genuine reasons, what we wanted was for the bridge to be rebuilt and for us to be respected in terms of what we do and stuff.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
and
gimbal, by the way.
thank you. It's an old one now, though, and on 4, but it's getting old. I need a new one. I spied my new one.
Yeah,
So,
a DJI one.
yeah. Well, this is a DJI. This is a DJI on 4. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's a bit outdated now. I think the OM 6 is out now. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I spied. Hello, mate. All right. I love it down here. I'm going to come down here more and film you. Hey? You're fishing now, aren't you? I'm from somewhere in the UK.
I'll leave you to
Have a nice day. What's your name?
It's PC Martin.
Martin.
26.
All right, nice to meet you. Take care, all right? Yeah.
Watch closely. This final exchange of the entire video perfectly captures and exposes the real, meaningful difference between genuine, rights-focused auditors and those who are simply out chasing views and clout for attention online. Rights, boundaries, and mutual expectations are all discussed openly and honestly between both sides without any hostility. Genuine mutual respect is exchanged both ways throughout the conversation, and the officer ultimately confirms what should already be common sense to absolutely everyone involved. Filming the police in a public space is not, and has never truly been, considered antisocial behavior under the law. A rare, genuinely powerful, and deeply satisfying way to close out this entire encounter from start to finish. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.